What's up, Vision fam? It's good to be back. I'm glad that I get to finally share this turntable video with you guys. I know a lot of you have been asking about it, and I'm so excited to share with you guys this new, pretty much look to my setup. So, very exciting. I want to do a special thank you to Nathan Oller, my best friend. He's been great at helping me with this. I know I couldn't have done it without him, so it means a lot. You'll hear his name over and over again through the video, so please stay tuned for that. There's a few bloopers as well, and at the end, you'll see the final reveal. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's begin. What's up, Vision fam? Here is the new turntable. Thanks to Nathan. I couldn't have done it without you. This is awesome. So sick. So to explain this video a little bit more in detail, I actually, at this point, believed I was finished, but then I made the decision to buy new lights and upgrade the whole system and the pitch adjustment as well. So all this will be post first turntable. So if you guys have questions, please leave comments below and I'd be happy to explain it, and you'll see me again coming in and out, so be prepared. Here we are, DJ Vision fam. Nathan and I are at it one last time. Say hello.
Hey, hey.
Yep. And here's the platter in its original state, and we're scuffing it up for some stripper. Yeah. We'll see how it comes out next. Nathan, tell the folks what you're doing now.
Getting the rest of the dang primer and paint off.
Eat. Hard sweat and tears. So we used the paint stripper to get the paint originally off, but then it took some hard scrubbing, as you saw Nathan doing. I remember I put a good hour to 2 hours in that thing. And shout out to Jamie, my manager. He actually ended up helping me because I had blisters and my hands were all tore up after doing it for about that long. So next you'll see Nathan take apart the tone arm and show you guys what the wiring is like in there. So keep an eye out for that, yeah. And here we are with the actual tone arm. So tell them a little bit about it.
Fixing to desolder all these tiny little leads in here that are all the individual leads for the needle, actually. And that'll allow us to take apart the whole tone arm assembly and paint it.
Awesome.
Those have to be desoldered in order to remove that and disassemble the whole part, unfortunately. But it's just the price you pay for hard work.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, there was a lot of work involved in that. We had to disassemble it. We had to be careful with those tiny, tiny wires. There's tons of videos about Technics 1200'S and how to disassemble the tone arm if you guys are interested in that. I'll probably include those in a link below, so look out for that. But I would recommend you at least have 2 people with you because those wires are very delicate and you need to be careful with them. So that took a little bit. Now we're going to go to the painting section, so here we go. All right, Nathan, what are we doing here? We're doing some paint action. Here we go. Woo! Going from aluminum and primer to some real enamel paint. So now we're gonna go to the second layer and we're gonna go put it downstairs for it to dry right after this. All right, see you there. So as you guys can see, we're back downstairs. We're gonna let this dry for probably about 2 to 3 days before we work on it again. But as you can see, it's really wet right now. But those are all the pieces, that we have to paint. So painting is done. Whoop, whoop. So as far as the paint section, guys, we went to Sherwin-Williams and grabbed some really nice paint. And I basically went to Home Depot, found a sprayer for about 60 bucks. A quick tip too is when you're painting, make sure you have a steady hand and you're doing even coats. Always start off the canvas or the piece of metal that you're working with. And then along with that, I would say, go in and make sure that you're not mixing up the colors when you're cleaning out your materials. So just be cautious with that because the pinks and blues, something that contrasty, might clash and mix into a different color, and you don't want that. So make sure you clean it all really well with some paint thinner, and that should take it out. Now we're moving on to assembling everything back together. What's up, Nathan?
Hang on, redo that. Come on.
So here's all the parts laid out for the tone arm. That's where we're gonna start, y'all. That's what it looks like, all painted and dissected. Nathan's about to do some surgery, put it back together. Yeet,
A little bit of
yeet.
surgical madness.
So, yep, we'll update you once it's done. Here we go. We're feeding some of the wires inside.
There's your turntable.
Getting them wires through
Tone
there.
arm signal wires.
Yep. Putting it through the hole. There we go, Nathan. Boom. Get that wire. You got it. Whoop, whoop. So what happened, Nathan? What did we just do?
What we have just done is preset our height adjustment on here to be 0 by screwing this all the way down and back in out to 0. And once we thread that guy on and get it all set in the turntable, we'll be able to turn this section, and that'll adjust up and down our height for our gimbal.
Nice. Very nice. What would you say for people doing this for the first time?
Take your time, make sure it's really clean, because these threads in here will not thread on. If they're dirty, those are very, very fine threads.
Yeah.
And get yourself a little bit of lube.
Little lube. What we have here now is we've actually put the tone arm assembly together again. One thing I'd recommend is don't forget that it's a lefty tighty and a righty loosey for the bottom section of that tone arm. So if it kind of messes with you because you're taught, you know, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So just remember that. This whole process took about probably an hour to an hour and a half to totally assemble everything and get every part and every little screw in. This is the part that's going to take you a while, is to disassemble it and then reassemble it after it's been painted. So be patient, but you got this. And what are you doing now?
We're removing the old LEDs from all the little circuit boards, cleaning them up, and then soldering on the new ones that we got over here.
Shout out to Ice Cold Customs for the green LEDs that we're installing. So a little recap is we were working on the lights, and I unfortunately did not take footage of the pop-up light and the light within the pitch adjustment. So all I have is this footage of the light within the 33 to 45 speed button area. I ordered these lights through Ice Cold Customs on eBay, and they've been really great to me. I'll go in detail with some of their service later, because I did end up with a hiccup, but they were really great about responding back to me, and they honestly made it right. So I'll leave it at that. What you're seeing here is that we basically had to put all the lights in, their new LEDs, and they are green. So that was really wonderful, and they look really great. So you're gonna see us put it back together. Now we're putting everything back together. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't call me Shirley.
Shirley.
We have the guts of it all put back together.
That's the motor, y'all.
Organized, cleaned up. It's all buttoned up, and we're gonna hide it with the final cover.
Awesome.
For the top side, at least.
All right, y'all. So here it is, the grand reveal of this final turntable. Let's see if the lights work. Oh, look at those green lights. So this is not the grand reveal, as you can probably tell by now. It'll be much cooler, I promise that. But stay with me now. So here's the part of the video where I tell you my little drama story. The first problem that arose was not being able to find a desoldering wick. And what that does is it allows you to take the solder off the circuit board to allow the piece that connects to the circuit board to come off. And we had a pitch adjustment to install. So that did not go our way. I tried 3 different stores and we could not find a single thing to remove soldering. So we were like, okay, if we can't do that, then let's go and do the lights so we can, you know, at least see how that looks. Get home, we start attaching that, solder it on, and ends up being blue. And it's supposed to be green to match the other LEDs that you guys have seen. And I am pissed. I am livid at this point. And so I text Ice Cold Customs through eBay, and they reached out and said we will replace them. So that was very kind of them, and I'm very grateful for that. So shout out to Ice Cold Customs. You guys redeemed yourself, and it came quicker than the first time. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Now we're going to move on to this next little clip, and I want you to pay attention. So there's a little portion of the actual motor that allows you to adjust the pitch range. So instead of going from 0 to +8 or 0 to -8, it can go to 0 to +10 or 0 to -10. And that can sometimes be good for certain DJs. I'm a person that wants specs that are accurate to the actual indicators within the pitch decal. And so I decided that I actually wanted it back because the new pitch actually went up to 10. So I was like, I want it back to 8. So you have to twist this thing with a screwdriver. And again, always label your things. Make a little marker. It won't hurt the circuit board or anything. But just make a little marker, and then that way you know where your center is again. And so then, yeah, you just twist it. Also, here's a quick little mix from my first DJing attempt with these turntables at Halloween, without the underplatter light yet. So. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And now we're going back to our scheduled program with the actual final day. All right, this is the final day, final process. So what do we have here, Nathan?
Well, we got our final, color ring, so to speak.
Yeah.
LED strip with a little control module and a couple of leads.
So what are we doing to get power today?
To get power, we're splicing into the power block that comes in from the plug. Basically, the wall outlet comes into this little circuit board, and it splits it and divides it. It goes into a inverter. But we're going to tap right into here, and one of these leads actually goes to power switch, so these lights will be coming on and off with the power switch.
Nice.
Just like the rest.
Sweet. Well, thank you, Nathan.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go, guys. Nathan, here we are. It's the final reveal. I'm gonna need your help, assistance, turning on that one at the same time I do mine. All right, guys, this is it. 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this process. I know it was a lot to watch, but if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to leave a comment or DM me. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. And I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and like this channel if you enjoy the content. If you're a DJ, creator, producer, whatever it is, please subscribe and like the channel. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.